Good morning, everybody. This is Uturn Champions Corner, and my name is Chris. I'm your host, and we are joined by Alistar Reynold, one of our Uturn charity shop managers. Welcome, Alistar. Lovely to have you here with us this morning. Yeah, good to see you.
Awesome. Good to be here, Chris.
Amazing. So I wanted to start off by asking the first question to you, and I wanted to know a bit about your journey within Uturn, and not just about your journey within the program of Uturn, but a little bit about your journey before you started Uturn, the journey as you progressed within Uturn, and then ultimately becoming a shop manager within Uturn itself.
Yeah, my journey has been a very hectic one. You know, I will say my journey has been like a roller coaster ride. It's been ups and downs, twists and turns. But yeah, you know, it all happened for me. I think that the turning point happened when about 8 or so years ago. You know, when you go through homelessness, together with homelessness comes substance abuse, and with substance abuse, somewhere along the line you're going to bump heads with the law. Right. So I was spiraling deeper and deeper into darkness, and I was digging this deep pit for myself, which landed me up in prison.
Right.
Of which, through my 17 years of addiction, you know, the last 10 years I think I went through what you would call homelessness. I tried rehabs and that, but never seemed to work. And just kept going back to prison. Right. Because it's like I lost all self-worth, self-respect, love for myself, and I just felt like, you know, after losing, I think the nail in the coffin for me was after losing my granddad. It was kind of a pillar of strength for me. You know, I had the rest of the family, but he was the one who raised me, because I grew up never having a dad.
Right.
So he was the guy that filled that void, and after losing him, it's like I went deeper into depression and things like that. So went in and out of prison in total about 6 years, and then when I came out, I said to my mom, and you know, through everything I put my mom through, there's nothing more powerful than a praying mother. Prayer is an awesome thing, and even with all the hurt and pain I put her through, she was always in my corner.
Right.
She never gave up.
Right.
And I remember coming out of prison the last time, I said to her, I went back to Mitchell's Plain, which is where I'm from, which is obviously one of the hardest places to be in, purely because of it's rife with gangs all over Mitchell's Plain, drugs is all over Mitchell's Plain, and it's so easy to access it. I mean, I know people that live right next to a drug merchant.
Right.
So it's terrible. So when I came out of prison, I was working with an organization called YMCA.
Right.
Which is in Hobbs, and coincidentally the guy that was doing the workshops by the name of Elmo, he also soon later we became friends, and he also became my NA sponsor. So Elmo and Leroy said to me, listen, if you come out and you don't have anywhere to go, you don't know what you're going to do with your life, because now you have a record, come and see us. So I went. My mom fetched me when I finished my sentence. We went to Mitchell's Plain. I lived with a friend for 2 days. After being 2 days in Mitchell's Plain, I said, I can't do this.
But were you still using it at that time?
I was thinking about it, but I thought to myself, if I'm going to pick up again now, this is not going to go. Because they say that when you pick up and you relapse, you end up becoming 10 times worse than the previous time. So I basically then called my mom up. I said, Mom, I can't do this. Can you take me to YMCA tomorrow? Mom says, you know, knowing my mom's situation at the time, she was also trying to make ends meet. And she said to me, look, if you're serious about this, I will make a way to take you. I'll find a way to get petrol and come from Gordon's Bay and take you. So my mom came, we went through, I went to go see Elmo. They then helped the same day get me into the Retreat Haven shelter. Got sorted there. Then when I started going to the Matrix department, which is part and parcel of what is the requirement of staying at the Hilton, is that you do the matrix. Was doing the matrix, and then I befriended 2 champs from Uturn at the time.
Okay.
They were doing the matrix as well, and then they would go back to Powerhouse.
Nice.
So we were talking, and I said to me, come to Uturn, because at the same time I was trying to wrap my head around, my mom has done so much for me, and I know I can't be another burden on her. How do I make this easier for her and also show her that this time it is serious, I'm doing this for me, you know. And then I heard about Uturn's program, and I heard about, listen, once you get onto the program, you earn a stipend, they help pay for your accommodation. I'm like, okay, cool, that sounds interesting. That could work. That could alleviate the pressure and stress, financial stress on my mother.
I hear you.
So, hopped on a train with no money, stole train basically from Southfield Station, made my way to Powerhouse to come and see, okay, what is this Uturn about? Let's go and see. What do I have to lose? Because I can't go back to the shelter, because there you must sit until, you can't go to your room, you must sit in the eating area until about 5 o'clock, then you can only go to.
Okay.
So I thought, okay.
So there's no day activities that they had there?
So at this point I'm just going to end up sitting there in a chair all day. So I might as well go to Uturn and go do some research and see how do we go about getting into this program.
Right.
So I went to Powerhouse at the time at Tamsin and Casey. And then from that time started going there every day. That would be my routine. Going from Matrix straight to Powerhouse. Then about 3 months later, I saw, okay, I was serious. I want to do this, and also I wasn't happy at staying at the Haven because of circumstances and situations there, and also it wasn't in a nice area. So got into the Uturn program, was accepted, went for my interviews at Loaves and Fishes, got into Loaves.
How long was that process from the time you visited till the time they accepted you in the program?
Look, the requirement was that at least you are a minimum of 3 months, 3 to 6 months clean.
Right.
And then also doing the Matrix program. So, met those requirements, then they assisted getting me into Loaves. Once I got into Loaves, then I was now formally on Facebook. So, got into Uturn, and then worked my way from P1, P2, P3, which is where the real work started, I believe.
What we classify today as work readiness.
That's
yes.
readiness.
Okay.
I had a fantastic caseworker, therapist by the name of Margot Venter. I would say I finished with her the time she also finished.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful journey, and you know, I remember the interview here at head office. He said to me, I sat down with her, I said, okay Margot, how long is this program? She says, anything between 18 months to 3 years. I says, I can't do 3 years. I says to her, I'm at the point where I've wasted nearly 20 years of my life. I've got a daughter that I need to see to, that I have to be a father to, that I need to be present in her life, and be a parent, and also I need to take control of my own life. I need to take back what was taken from me. So did put in the time, put in the hard work. I see my photo at the back here. For those who don't know, that's me.
There we go. Still wearing the green tie, I see.
Yeah, that time the the uniform was very strict that time. It was shirt, black pants, green tie. Now it's a bit more relaxed. We've got
you're getting you guys to do a lot more work in the store. Right?
Yeah. So basically, that's how my journey started. You know, from how everything, the ball got rolling, and I pushed hard. And my caseworker said to me, "You're going too fast." I says, "Margot, remember our conversation. I can't waste any more time." Because the one thing that I've taken out of this journey, and what I've taken out of recovery, and what I've learned, the tools that I've acquired in Uturn, is that time is the most precious commodity that anybody has in the world. I take it also, I leave out of very good businessman called Mark Cuban. He's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Big businessman in America and in the world. And I was watching a talk by him and he said, what is the most valuable thing to him is his time. So he didn't bother buying expensive car, luxury cars, whatever. He went and bought a jet because his time means so much to him. He needs to get to, if he needs to get to China or he needs to get to Japan, he needs to get there quickly because his time is valuable to him. Like I said, time is valuable. But for us in recovery, our time, the time that we have left is we need to make the most of it. It's like the question that everybody's asked, if I should close my eyes tomorrow or God comes to fetch me tomorrow, how do I want to be remembered? You know? So, yeah, I use my time to the best of my ability because it's like, you know, my granddad was a very wise man in the school of life. Wasn't someone that finished school, but in the school of life, I've learned so much from him. And the one thing he said to me is that you should never let other people dictate and determine how you must feel. You are in control of that. You can't help for how, when someone says something to you, you can't help for how you feel. It's normal, it's human. But what you have control of is how you react on the feeling, which is something I imprint and I drill into my champs every day. Because what we suffer from coming out of substance abuse, homelessness and brokenness is that it is an emotional and mental disease. And unfortunately, there is no known cure for what we have. But with the grace of God and with a lot of hard work and determination, at some point in time, it becomes locked up and you can live a normal life. That's what this program helps unlock.